Is this the information on the super soldiers?
Everything I could find.
Oh dear.
Your glasses? Again?
I think I left them in the cafeteria.
I'll be right back.
Cheerio, agents. Welcome back to No One Lives Forever 2. This actually represents our first time being in Unity HQ in No One Lives Forever 2. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss the Unity theme from the original game.
They should be sitting on a table in plain sight.
Dr. Schenker works here now. I mean, after we rescued him from East Germany, well, I mean, why wouldn't he? Where else is he gonna go? Cleveland? It seems as though most of the folks around Unity headquarters have a, I don't know how to describe their relationship with Bruno. Slightly antagonistic? As the temporary director of Unity, you know, he's obviously accorded some respect. Bruno does have a very distinguished field record. But, you know, maybe there's taking it too far.
Are you actually talking to me? Wow.
Yeah, won't do it again, nerd. Of course, being the office that it is, they will, of course, have gossip between the office secretaries. Why wouldn't you? That door across from the Unity symbol there, that's actually not openable. That is the upper limit of our exploration, but Unity headquarters is actually fairly large. And we'll be looking through most of it. I mean, why not? What else have you got to do? We do have a little storage room here that doesn't have much in it aside from some, well, office furniture. Yeah, I don't really know about this lightly antagonistic approach towards Bruno. I mean, he seems like a fine guy, but... I can't think of two people I've dealt with where when they get into a temporary position,
Hello,
really...
How are you today?
I really escalate my reference to him, like, Your Holiness or anything like that. Like, it can be funny, but... it's one of those jokes that very quickly runs its course. It's fine. I mean, it's all in good fun, I guess. Your Holiness, my Supreme Commander. Those can definitely be fun to toss on people on a moment's notice. Anyway, of course the inopportune filing continues. We did have a E for eraser. That's going to be for, get rid of this, please. A genial, manipulative exploitation by NATO. I do have experience with NATO, and that sounds about right.
As you can see from this diagram, I got it all figured out. You give me 12 hours, I'll give you Mother Russia.
Not a very detailed plan of attack.
We can work out the details later. The first thing is to get El Presidente to sign off on the idea.
Let me know what he says.
That looks like a rather,
Hello,
detailed
H.A.R.M.
plan.
General Hawkins was just explaining his plan for invading Russia. Of course, he left out the part where he describes what actually happens during the invasion. Too bad his zeal isn't matched by his intelligence.
I don't know about you Brits, but us Americans ain't gonna sit on our muffins waiting for the bomb to fall. I'd describe how the plan works, but it's kinda technical. It'd go right over your purty little head. Why don't you stick to swapping recipes and leave the thinking to us? On second thought, why don't you and me ditch this joint and discuss this stuff in private? If and you know what I mean.
What an absolutely charming man. I can't believe it. So, the cafeteria, where we'll find Dr. Shanker's glasses, was right below us, but there's still a few more things to look into before we get down there. Well, it's no frickin' shark with frickin' laser beams, but hiding a person inside a mechanical shark does seem like a pretty novel idea. Office Supply Catalog. File that under S for Stolen from Russia. Army Rules of Conduct Manual. File that under U for Unread. But we've explored pretty much everything we can. The only thing left is there is a spy training manual here on the couch. And now we're pretty much clear to make our way into the cafeteria. I should also mention this is the site of another one of the co-op missions. You'll actually see why pretty shortly. Turkey tetrazzini. Nice.
Hi, Kate. Mildred said to thank you for the flowers. She's feeling much better.
It's nice to know that Kate looks out for her office workers. Oh wow, these prices are rather nice. Get yourself, oh my, Granny McNutt's Snickerdoodle for 15 pence? You gotta be kidding. That's a steal. Anyway.
All personnel, intruders have been spotted near the cafeteria area. They are believed to be armed and extremely dangerous. I've just been told that the intruders appear to be mine.
Unfortunately, I did not get enough of that last mime, and he's still gonna be up. But there's only one solution for it. Time to give him an eye masking. So yes, the mimes have arrived at Unity headquarters in full force. I guess it's a good thing these aren't secret headquarters, or else we'd be in a bit more of a pickle here. Still, with the power being knocked out, we are going to have to, well, find some alternative ways around the area. This area back where General Hawkins and Barnes are is blocked off, and the code reader's on the other side. So, we'll do our best. So the co-op mission for this area is to kill any remaining mimes that may have been missed during the initial sweep. There are quite a few, but these things happen. I mean, mimes are tricky, man. They're silent. Really, the only unfortunate thing is that you would figure with all this gunfire, they'd be a lot better at
Here they come!
miming themselves into a coffin, especially with how many they're going to need after all this. This area is fairly railroaded. It's difficult to not find your way to where you need to go. The only trick will be finding, there's a secondary objective that's activated as well. I feel like we should be seeing that come up pretty shortly. Or at least hearing it. You know, I don't think I've made very much good use of grenades before now. I mean, why not?
Hello? Oh! Damn that! Take cover! Now I have you, eh? C'est painful!
So you may notice something unique on the elevator door there. You may hear it ticking right now. The mimes have planted explosives around Unity headquarters because, well, why wouldn't they? There are 4 in total, and that's going to be one of our objectives, is to go ahead and defuse all those. It doesn't really incur any particular time constraint on us. It's just one of those, well, here's a thing that happened.
I see the pain!
The planting of the explosives is somewhat randomized. I assume there's a certain list of places they can be, but the particular places they're at is different every time. I've been through this mission twice, and none of them are placed in the same places. Dr. Schenker, of course, is putting his incredible hiding powers to use.
I do not like this! And now, the pain is excruciating!
With the power back on, we now have full access to the Unity headquarters, and the real trick is going to be 1, tracking down the last of the mimes, 2, tracking down the final explosives, and 3, finding Dr. Schenker. He is kind of a master of disguise. Well, there's number 1 taken care of. The mimes are now spoken for. We're still missing 1 bit of explosives and Dr. Schenker, and for those of you who are eagle-eyed, you may have noticed him. But I'm not. In fact, I had to do a quick cut because I spent a while looking around for him unsuccessfully, but he's actually in that room that we literally just passed by.
Personnel, stand down from alert. The threat has been neutralized. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and, you know, make a quick cut for that. I don't want you to have to sit through that entire business. But he's right here. In the meantime, please join me next time.
There you are. I was worried you'd been kidnapped.
Ah, you found them. Sorry to alarm you. Some strange small person popped into my office and I thought it better to run away.
Commendable plan.
Let's take a look at those files, shall we? Must you fidget?
Yes.
I should think I can come up with something helpful. Of course, I'll need to analyze the data more thoroughly, so why don't you run along and blow something up for a while?
Good idea. I'll just pop out and rescue Armstrong.
Have fun.
Armstrong.